My name is Billy Bill, aka William Waring, the love of the music. And to this day, it was instilled in me from my parents. They used to play records. I remember listening to the Drifters and James Brown, the Temptations, all that as a young kid, and I was born with it. Watching my mother and my father, how they used to groove the music, have friends come over, it just hit me, man, and from a young age. And I started listening to lyrics and learning the meaning of songs, sad songs, happy songs. I always knew that I could write, even as a young kid, I wrote some poems for when I was 12 years old, in the 7th grade. I wrote for the junior high school press. I started out the game as a b-boy. My good friend Curtis Blow, we grew up together. We started out to make history one way or the other, breakdancing, or turned out to be musically, because we used to rap together, right? And Curtis got a deal when the rest was history with Christmas Rap and The Breaks. But then he was working on an album, so I wrote a couple of raps, and he submitted it to his producer, J.B. Moore and Mr. Robert Ford. And once they read it, they said, we got to meet this guy right away. And I wrote a record called Throughout Your Years, which was the first record, and then the original Hard Times, which Run DMC made after Curtis's Hard Times. Yes, me and Curtis Blow grew up together. I'm a couple years older than him, about 3 years older than him, but we always hung out. And his family is tight with my family, and we have a bunch of people from our old block that are tight-knit. So everybody from where we come from was talented in one way or the other. I was just following the love of the music, the sound. Whatever was hot, I wanted to be where it was at. I wanted to hear who had the best sound out. I love hearing the best groups. I love hearing the best lyrics. I love hearing the best musicians. I don't know if it really hit them till I came home and put on the radio one day. And I said, you hear that? That's my record. And then I had a couple of gold records in the beginning that came out. I put them on my wall, so it became a reality. Then I don't think they was quite surprised, because I set out to do something and be successful at it. And it just happened to be that. Staying true to the game, despite any obstacles that might have came. There was a couple setbacks, but the good has overridden the bad most of the time. It never stopped me. If anybody stopped me, I stopped myself. I've gotten to meet a lot of stars. I've gotten into some nice relationships, I met some nice people, and I found it that where I come from, I was easy in the company of bums or millionaires. From one spectrum to the next. I was good with anybody. I gave them something that they enjoyed. They might have not known me, but they was enjoying what I did, and then they might have found out it was me that was behind it.